Alright, well, time really does fly, and all of a sudden we find ourselves at the end of 2019, and once again, it's the holiday season. Not too long ago I put out a vlog for Thanksgiving, and that one, anybody who saw it can tell you, was quite long, and I did a lot of talking in that one. So for this one, I guess you could kind of say this is my Christmas present to anybody who doesn't like the really long videos. I'm going to actually attempt to keep this one on the short side. See if we can keep it under 10 minutes. But obviously this is going to be my holiday video. I do like to send out best wishes to everybody. And as much as I don't really want to get into these details, obviously I'm not here to insult anybody, I'm not here to put anybody down, I'm not here to make anybody feel uncomfortable. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's fine. I do. I'm not saying anybody else should, I'm not saying everybody else has to. For anybody that does, I'm going to say Merry Christmas. For anybody that doesn't, I'm going to say Merry, Happy, whatever it is you celebrate. If you celebrate nothing, I just hope that this is a good time of year for you. The holidays are supposed to be, quote, the most wonderful time of the year, and in some cases that's true, especially for kids. Kids seem to really love Christmas and the holidays. A lot of adults do too, myself included. But holidays also can be a very difficult time. I'm very well aware of that. I don't want to bring this down or anything, but I do want to mention that thoughts do go out to everybody who's not only celebrating a wonderful time of year, but also those who are having a tough time, whether because of stuff that happened in the past that they're reminded of, or just because they're going through difficult times right now. But anyway, to make a long story short, I do just want to send out my best to everybody in the community. The community's been a great thing for me, it's been a great thing for so many people, and it's been really great to see it develop over the years. You can hear a lot more of my thoughts on that on the Thanksgiving vlog. But this vlog is all about what it's actually becoming an annual tradition around here on this channel, and it's actually really cool that it has turned into this. The Magnus, who has a channel, I'll put a link down below, he hasn't really been able to upload in a couple of years, but he is a very active member of the community, and he's actually been my benefactor quite a few times. He sent me, I think I'd say 5 or 6 packages over the years. And what's actually becoming definitely a tradition, and it's actually the reason why this video is being filmed, is he has been sending me holiday packages almost every year since 2015. This will be the 5th year that I've gotten something from him. 2015, 2016, and 2018 were holiday packages. The only exception was in 2017 when he sent me a huge box that contained a bunch of typical Swedish foods and a bunch of Swedish candies. And I do thank Magnus not only for all of that stuff, but the fact that the Swedish foods video is actually one of the few examples of a different video of mine that's actually gotten views. It's currently at 50,000 views, which is pretty amazing for a video that's not a ration review or something that's about rations. So thank you for everything so far, Magnus, and thank you for this package. And we can see, I do like to highlight a couple things on here that are kind of cool. Here are the Swedish stamps that are on here. And here's the customs declaration. And I'll actually cover up the contents here that are listed because it does kind of give away what's in here. Apparently this is a standard 2 kilogram package, and these are generally what the holiday packages come in. Make this a little bit extra special, I do have this Swedish beer. This actually came from last year, and I feel really horrible that I've put off drinking it for a year. I've been waiting for a special occasion to drink this, and not that nothing has happened in last year that I've considered special, but I just never, anything really seemed quite the reason to break it open. But since we're doing this now, and it's the holiday season, I'm going to check out this Falcon Export. It still smells good, that's good. And of course I could put this in a glass, but instead, since it is a Magnus video, I will use the foldable coffee cup, camping cup from Sweden, that Magnus sent a couple years ago. And we'll put a little bit of that in here. Magnus knows I like beer, and he also knows that I kind of like cheap beer. So this is going to be, as far as I know, I'm not accusing it of being cheap, but it's going to be, a kind of a light tasting kind of beer, nothing really like heavy or dark, nothing like an IPA or something like a Guinness kind of a thing. But anyways, cheers Magnus, and cheers to everybody out there in the community. That's good. And happy holidays. Hopefully no one will have a problem with me having just a little sip of alcohol on screen. And it's time to open the package, and it probably is worth mentioning that I think each of the packages that Magnus has sent me has included at least 1 beer. I think one of them may have even had 2 in it. And they've all been different, so I actually have a little collection of Swedish beer cans, which at the moment I can't find, so I don't have them on display right here. But I do have a feeling, and I actually have a confirmation on here, that there may be something similar in this one. But let's go ahead and check out this year's holiday package from the Magnus. Okay. there's going to be any order. There's another. This has become a tradition. This is a Swedish tradition, and it's become a G. Schultz 9 tradition, thanks to the Magnus. And of course, I always have the problem with the pronunciation, but Julskum, or Julskum, or something to that effect. Oh, polka. This must be... Yeah, it's actually the 2019 edition, which is kind of cool, that apparently they put out a new one, special new one each year. And it looks like it's kind of like a candy cane kind of flavor. This is G. Schultz 9, and the kids are going to love this. I'll probably open it up and try one now, but... Oh, we have a Christmas present. How nice. I think it looks like Swedish wrapping paper. And I see a box in here with the Swedish flag on it. Swedish fika, or fika. Traditional Swedish pastry. Well, that's awesome. It's vegan too. Oh, here we go. The Swedish chocolate ball and the Swedish vacuum cleaner. You can read about these if you want. And that's not all. I probably should have pulled this out first. Here is the card from Magnus. Oh, it has the nice touches. It's really pretty cool. Made in China. I was thinking it would be made in Sweden. But it is designed in Sweden by Card Group. The little Swedish flag there, so that's cool. Alright, I don't see anything on here that can't be shared. So here's the card again with its, I don't know if we can see the sparkles on it there. And we do have Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the G Crew from the Magnus. And he says, it's time again. A new year and a new heritage pack. Hearing about the issues with customs and MREs, I play it safe and send you something really Swedish, more so in a cultural way this year. I think I may have mentioned, did I mention? Another thing that makes these packages really special for me is that Magnus is obviously from Sweden, he's obviously Swedish, and I'm actually Swedish too. I'm from the US, and I've lived here all my life, and my parents were born here, but all four of my grandparents actually came from Sweden, so that's kind of why he's calling it the Swedish Heritage Pack. And then he has here, this is a little bit of a mystery. This is not, I don't believe he's talking about this. It says, years back you showed us some svensk style you found, but you were hesitant to use. So now I give you some svensk style of your own. I have a feeling that this may have something to do with the package. We'll find out very soon. As always, hope you and the girls are fine. Best wishes, Magnus. Thank you very much, Magnus, and I'm going to extend those greetings to everybody in the community. And we're not actually done yet. We do have one more thing. This is great. I think another tradition of the Magnus packages is not only that he sends beer, but it's always exciting to see if they make it here, if they get taken away by customs, or if they survive the flight. They obviously have to cross the ocean, and they're in airplanes, and they're in packages and being jostled around. So to see how they're packaged. This packaging, this is actually a very nice, thick, it doesn't have bubble wrap in it, but I think it has like recycled material in it, so it's pretty thick. But it is still just the outer packaging, and inside he has the beer, and it's not even wrapped in anything. Usually he puts it in a couple of bags or maybe some bubble wrap, but he, I guess, decided to be a daredevil this time and just threw it right into the bag. And it survived, and in fact, this may be the best condition I've ever seen one in. It has a little ding here and a little ding here, but otherwise it looks like it's fresh out of the store. And what do we have? We have Maristad 1848 Old Ox. That's awesome. And I believe this is yet another one I've never had, or if I did have one, it was in a smaller can. It's like 6.9% alcohol. And a bunch of Swedish writing that I'm not going to be able to read. I'll have to maybe translate that. But this is going to go in the fridge, and this is going to be saved for another special occasion. It probably won't be a year from now, though. It'll probably be much sooner than that. Alright, let's check out this Swedish fika. Fika, I'm not exactly sure. I apologize to anybody from Sweden. I'm not from Sweden, so you'll have to excuse the fact that I don't necessarily... Oh, individual packages. I don't necessarily know how to speak Swedish. I do my best. I will sound it out, but it may not be right. It's kind of a smell of like chocolate and candy coming off of that. Alright, so we have two things in here, I believe, right? Yep. Let's dump these out. This is awesome that these are little individual packs. We have the chocolate bowl, and we have the Swedish vacuum cleaner. That's great. I've never heard of that before. And we'll also crack open the Julskum. I forget what last year's was. I think they're just straight up pink. It smells sweet. I guess, yeah, it actually does kind of smell like a candy cane a little bit. You have a little Santa, or I assume that is supposed to be a Santa. It almost looks like it could be a Tom-Tom, but I think it's a Santa. So why don't we, I guess we'll try those out, and then we'll open this up. Try the Jewel Scum first. You can see these, it's like a marshmallow kind of, sort of like a candy, but it's kind of tough on the teeth. Very chewy. Yeah, that's really good. It definitely, it's not overwhelming, but it does have a kind of a understated taste of candy cane. A little peppermint kind of taste. It's cool. I'll try a Swedish ball next, after I clear the palate. This one, the only problem with this for me personally is that I don't like coconut. And it appears as though it says it's a traditional Swedish chocolate pastry with flavors of mocha smothered in chocolate and sprinkled with grated coconut. The Swedish chocolate ball dates back many decades. One of the first recipes was posted in the Swedish newspapers in 1943. So, I'm not allergic to coconut. I can eat it. Something I've never liked, you know. I mean, just not a big fan of coconut. But I am a big fan of sweets, so I think this is going to be pretty good. Wow. It definitely has a nice smell of dark chocolate there. It smells really good. There's a little bit of the coconut coming off of that. And it's chocolate inside. So it does say chocolate ball, but it's more like a chocolate dome. You could put two of these together and make a ball, I suppose. But let's try this one out. Wow, that's really good. It is delicious. And it's neat that it's these little individual package things. You think it would just taste like store-bought candy, but it's really tasty. It says the pastry. I guess, yeah, you know what, I guess it is kind of cake-like. It's like a chocolate cake sort of thing. And the coconut is definitely on it. There's a little bit of taste coming through, but not much. It's really kind of overwhelmed by the chocolate, the pastry, and everything. Not bad at all. Really, all it does is it kind of gives it kind of a cool look. It looks like it's covered in snow or something, and it gives it a nice little crunch too. This is really good. I like this, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the family's going to like it too. Try the Dammsugare. I'm not going to try the Swedish vacuum cleaner. That is very interesting looking. I don't think my first thought would be that was a vacuum cleaner. Let's see what it says about that. It's a classic Swedish marzipan pastry coated oatmeal filling with delicious chocolate. The name vacuum cleaner comes from the tube-shaped vacuum cleaners that were common in Swedish homes in the 1920s. Yeah, that makes sense. You see a little tube coming out of it with the vacuum head. But it's just kind of like a little log. And it's just interesting. I mean, I'm certainly no expert on Swedish foods, but it's kind of funny to think I turned 50 this year, and I just got two classic Swedish foods, two classic Swedish treats that I've never had before, never seen, and never even heard of. Let's see if I can... Oh, yeah, it breaks right open. There's the inside. And you can see you have that oatmeal kind of filling. Oh, and marzipan smell is definitely coming off there, the sweetness. And yeah, you have the marzipan and you have the chocolate on top. Yeah, it's really tasty too. It kind of has the crunch that the other one has. I attributed the crunch on the other one to the oatmeal on the outside. This has something inside. It could just be from the oatmeal, or it could even be imagining it, but I'm almost thinking that that might be coconut as well. And I'm not going to bother to translate, but here's the ingredients for both of them. Here's the vacuum cleaner, and here's the chocolate ball. I don't know what coconut is in Swedish. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. So I don't know if that's what's in here, but it does have a little bit of a crunch and a lot of sweetness. They're very different flavors, I think mostly because of the marzipan. That really comes through on this vacuum cleaner. But those are awesome. And that leaves us, I guess this is going to be a little longer video than expected, that leaves us with the package, and I'm starting to get an idea of what this may be, and actually, I was already pretty excited about this stuff. This is really all Magnus needed to send. I mean, Magnus didn't need to send me anything, you know, he's been so generous over the years with these care packages. They've been really fun to open, really fun to share with everybody. And I think I know what this is referring to. The style means steel. Oh wow. Oh my god. Well, it is the holidays and it's time to be touched by things, and I'll say that the thing that Magnus was referring to from a few years ago was for Father's Day I did a video. I like to do special videos every once in a while. They never get many views or anything, but it's some kind of personal. And I did a video about my father's knife. It was just a kind of a simple sort of knife, but I realized that it was Swedish, and my mother actually gave it to me after my father passed away. So it kind of had special meaning to me, special personal meaning. It had nothing to do with whether it was a great knife or not. But I kind of researched it, looked it up, and I saw that it had come from Sweden, which obviously gave it that much more meaning. And so this one here, I apologize that I don't really know much about it, but here's this really cool sheath. Look at how thick this thing is. It's like leather, but it almost feels like wood. There's a belt loop here, and an F1. And inside is a brand new Swedish blade. Look at this thing. Oh my god. Alright, Magnus, well, you surprised me, and you once again outdid yourself. This is pretty amazing. There's the maker's mark on here. I'll have to look this up. Like I said, I don't really know too much about knives or anything, but and it goes right through. It's a one piece. This feels great. This is awesome. So, wow, I'm kind of a little speechless again. This community keeps making me speechless with all the generosity. As I've already said, I said plenty in the Thanksgiving vlog about what I'm thankful for, but I do want to say one more time a huge thank you to everybody that donated to help me. Actually, it really helped me make this video, and the Thanksgiving turkey MRE video that I did recently. Those wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the donations that people made on Old Smokey's live stream a couple months ago, right around my birthday. And, I wasn't having health issues, I wasn't having, huge, it was just like, I wasn't in any kind of danger, but I simply my camera died, and my equipment is old, and I really can't afford new equipment. And people just generously gave of their hearts. They just gave me money for no reason other than the kindness of their hearts. And yeah, I guess I'm getting a little bit emotional here, but you're seeing the fruits of that right here, because this is my new camera that I'm filming this with. And, so now Magnus comes along and he sends me some candy and a beer, okay, whatever, and then he sends me this beautiful knife. Which, this may be seen in future videos when I have a problem opening a bag and need to use a knife to open it, but this is definitely going to get a lot of use from me. And this is my new knife. So, thank you very much, Magnus. I can't believe it. That's really awesome. So we have everything in here. We have the vacuum cleaners, the Swedish balls, chocolate balls, the jewel scum, and the card. I think this deserves one more little toast before I sign off. Sorry if this went longer than I expected it to, but I guess I'll close out by saying cheers, skål, to Magnus, to everybody watching, everybody in the community. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. If you celebrate it, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a Happy Hanukkah. I hope you have a great Kwanzaa. Anything else you celebrate, I hope it's great. If you don't celebrate anything, I hope you have a great season. And I hope everybody has a wonderful New Year. Thank you very much for watching.